Hi viewers, welcome you all to the 25th edition of the Mysore Sport YouTube channel. Tennis is a very popular sport in the sporting scene in the world. Mysore Tennis Club has produced top level players who have gone on to represent India in the national and international level from time to time. Today we have one such player in Suraj or Prabodh, a national ranked tennis player who has won acclaims for his performances in the national and international level in the ITF tournaments. He is ranked number 3 in the Karnataka state in the men's section and number 30 in the country in the men's singles. He is a talented tennis player who has finished runner-up in the national men's singles in the DSCL Open in 2017. He will be taking part in the Bangalore Challenger event, Bangalore Open, which is going to be held next week in Bangalore continuously in the 2 legs. On behalf of the Mysore Sport YouTube channel, I welcome him for the 25th episode. Welcome Suraj.
Thanks sir, good evening. Thanks for inviting me for this interview on Mysore Sports YouTube channel. I am very happy to be here sir. Thank you.
Yes Suraj, welcome. And how did you start playing tennis?
I was 10 when I started playing tennis sir, and I can say it was complete coincidence because I'm a outsport activity guy. I used to like all kind of sports, but when I had the summer holidays and my father didn't wanted me to play the cricket sport actually, so he made me join tennis. So it was kind of a coincidence, I can say.
Which year was this?
Exactly 10, when I was 10 means 16 years ago, sir.
Yeah.
So that was...
That's nice. So you started with the Mysore Tennis Club.
Yes, sir.
The famous club which has produced so many talented players who have gone on to represent the country.
Absolutely, sir. Absolutely. I started my tennis at Mysore Tennis Club, and as you said, undoubtedly this is one of the best tennis clubs for practice, whatever the facilities what they are having, sir.
Yeah, this club provides very low-cost facilities for common man, and it must be a very blessing in disguise practicing with notable players.
Undoubtedly, sir. Absolutely right. I don't think anywhere in the world a facility like this would be given at this low cost, and definitely that's true, sir. With this low-cost facilities, especially tennis, parents think that it's a very expensive sport, but offering with this low-cost facilities, definitely it's a blessing in disguise, sir.
Who started coaching you initially, and how was the coaching in the initial days? Who was your coach?
Since my father made me join tennis, he mentored me and he guided me across, but I was lucky enough, sir, since I started playing in Mysore Tennis Club itself, there were very renowned players, very renowned coaches like Raghuveer sir, Nagaraj sir, and experienced players like Daljit Anna, Pratik Anna and Anju Anna. They all helped me a lot, sir. I mean, I might be missing few names, but I mean, I was a blessed lot because everybody, whenever they were here, they helped me and they guided me across, sir.
How was your progress playing tournaments? How was the experience? You started with the junior tournaments. How was the exposure that time?
The first tournament which I played was in MTC itself, sir. I was 11 years old, I clearly remember that. And that's how I started. And initially I used to play all the tournaments which were only in Mysore and Bangalore nearby. Then luckily I got few sponsorships because they got to know that I was playing well here. And once I played the tournament in Gujarat, that's when I clearly found out that okay, I can definitely manage to play, or I can definitely compete with the national level players as well. That's how the journey started, and in fact I won the title in Gujarat when I was 14-year-old.
That was the AITA tournament?
Yes, sir, that was the AITA CS tournament actually.
Okay.
And I graduated myself by improving my ranking from around 60, I was 60 in the country in under 12 category, and in under 14 category I happened to climb to top 20 in India, and in under 18 I was top 5 in India, sir.
So that progress, who guided you at that level? Did you have a change of coach or someone else during that time? Because that would have helped you in further progress.
Absolutely, sir. As I said earlier, I used to take the guidance from Raghuveer sir, and my father used to be there always with me. And Daljit Anna, like Daljit Anna, Nagra sir, whenever I came here, they used to play with me regularly. They used to tell me what all the things which I was doing, especially the mistakes, what all I did. And in fact, Sham sir as well helped me in the fitness regime when Daljit Anna was sponsoring me.
Okay.
So I was definitely lucky to get the support from all the professional players and the professional coaches here.
Yeah, in the then you progressed into the senior section, and you did really well in the AITA tournaments, and you won many AITA tournaments, and then went on to become the runner-up in the DSCL National Championship. How was the experience playing in Delhi?
Yeah, my transition to the men's happened when I was 17-year-old, sir. I happened to play the first men's tournament at Hyderabad, and yeah, it happened to be one of the great tournaments for me because that was my first tournament. I qualified and I won the title. That was 50K ITA men's tournament, and in between I happened to shift myself to Punjab for 3 years. That was
The
from
Harvest Tennis Academy
Exactly, sir,
at
that's
Himachal.
true.
Yeah, you,
Punjab, sir, Punjab.
Punjab.
Yes, sir.
You had a Czech coach there.
One was the Czech coach and two Serbian coaches were there. And in the year 2019, I happened to train under a Spanish coach. So there I happened to garner good experience from all the good level players and also the experienced coaches. That's when I happened to reach my career high ranking actually, both in international circuits and the national circuits.
2018 was a good year for you.
True, sir.
You had a good ranking around 650 in the ATP.
ATP, yes, sir.
Yeah, and also in the ITF you had a good ranking.
Yes, sir. I was 650. That was my career best, and I happened to beat some good players who were world number 400 and world number 350 and all. So that's when I happened to reach my career best ranking of 8 in India as well in the men's section.
Correct.
And undoubtedly the exposure which I got under the foreign coaches was immense because they completely focused on my fitness more than my tennis. So that's when I got to realize, okay, fitness is much more important as well, which I didn't focus that much actually at that particular time. So that was really a great moment.
You were Karnataka #1 for almost a decade, and now because of the COVID, how did the preparations hamper you from taking part in tournaments?
That's true, sir. I got injured for a while. That is when I gained the career best ranking of 650, and I happened to miss a couple of tournaments which happened in India, and I also cancelled some of the tournaments which were happening abroad. And then immediately nobody expected this COVID to come up. So after that I couldn't defend my points by playing many number of tournaments. So that was complete chaos. I mean, it happened to each and every player around the world. I mean, nobody expected this to happen. So then I missed a couple of tournaments. I couldn't defend my points. But right now, yes, still this confusion is happening. But as of now, tournaments are starting up again. And preparation is being going on. There are few tournaments, that is challenges coming up next week, and
Bangalore Open.
Yes, sir. And again after 2 weeks gap, there are 3 more futures coming up in India. So preparation is done, and let's see, hoping the best. I mean, I'm all set. I'm just ready to.
That's nice to hear. And as a blessing in disguise, you got a job in Navy. How did it happen?
Again, yes, it was a blessing in disguise. Some of the Navy officers were there in Nagpur to see some of their players perform at that particular tournament. And luckily I was playing there in that tournament, and I defeated some of those Navy players. So they were very much interested in my tennis, and the officer really liked my game. So immediately they came up and they offered me this invitation. They extended this invitation. So it was a privilege, definitely, and I did take some time to decide. I inquired with my family, and they were very much thrilled as well. So yes, that was a kind of bliss moment for me.
Always serving the nation gives you a lot of satisfaction, gives one lot of satisfaction. How did you feel being with the Indian Navy and with an Indianness involved in it?
Undoubtedly, it's the support and the, as you said, the motivation or the bliss what you get, especially when you feel that okay, you are part of the Indian defense, wherein it commands the highest respect throughout the country. So the moment I joined there, I was all bliss. I mean, I was very happy.
Tell us something about your family.
Without the parent support, it's very tough, especially in Indian context at least, when you are trying to seriously pursue in sports. So without their support, it's very tough in even in today's generation, at least in India. And my father being my first coach, and even now he is still mentoring me whenever I have some doubts and all. So, and my mother right from the young age, and my sister and my grandmother, I just cannot express myself the kind of support which they extended to me. Without their support, I don't think I would have achieved whatever the things which I achieved till today, sir.
Tell us something about your future plans and what you intend to do in the days to come. You have still many more years to play. Tell us what is there in store.
Yes, sir. The thing is, as I said earlier, all set for the upcoming tournaments which is happening right next week. And my main goal is to get back to the zone where I was earlier, at least breach into top 700 or top 650 at least, to break my personal best. And definitely I think it is possible if I play umpty number of tournaments. Hope everything happens, the tournament happens. But you never know because of this COVID situation, since it's daily increasing or the situations. But right now my goal is to do well in the upcoming tournaments, which I am ready and which I am prepared. So hoping for the best to happen, sir.
Yeah, now if you see, the AATA and the ATP are along with the ITF are conducting more tournaments in India.
Yes, sir.
And that is giving a big relief for the players, unnecessarily avoiding traveling abroad. What is your feeling on that?
Undoubtedly, that's one of the most important things on the tour, at least for the Indians, because after these COVID conditions, there are so many international restrictions happening. And if at all there are more number of tournaments in India, especially the ITFs and the ATPs, it would be easy for the Indian players to garner more number of points. And it's kind of a homely feeling as well, sir. It really gives a boost to the Indian players at least, because most of the players are not very much privileged to just travel around the world and play umpty number of tournaments. But if it happens within India, it would be a great boost for all the Indian tennis players at least, sir. And I wish many more number of tournaments happen within India.
What the youngsters need to do in the future to play good tennis if they take up this sport?
It's not a secret anymore, especially in today's generation, wherein you get umpty number of motivational speeches and all the guidance from the top level players itself. But my sincere suggestion to all the youngsters is definitely it's the same. Without hard work, the passion and the right attitude, I mean, definitely you should be positive thinking. With hard work is a must, and whenever you just do anything with the right attitude and right passion, definitely you can achieve it. So never give up, keep pursuing it until you reach it actually.
Well said, Suraj. That's the need of the hour. And thanks for coming and talking to us.
My pleasure,
telling us all about your achievements, and wish you all good luck in the days to come.
Kind of you, sir. My pleasure. Thank you so much for having me.